In this one, you guys are going to learn how to do beauty editing. It was daytime photography, Sony a7 III. I used a Sigma, I think 135 prime lens to do this. Photo 260 has some clear imperfections. We have a lot of fly hairs, and we have some facial stuff going on, some moles to remove. I can start by unlocking the layer. And let's see, where do we want to start? We want to go top down. First, I want to show you the different edits we can achieve with the brushes for removing. So we can go object selection, quick wand selection, magic wand. That's one way. Let's see, magic wand, no. Okay. We can go spot healing brush tool if we wanted to work on fly hairs. I'm just clicking everything. Let's just make it easier. All right, now we want to zoom in. Our model's gorgeous. And of course, as we get down, we'll see a fly hair across her face, and this one's perfect. All right, so we're gonna use we'll start with the spot healing brush tool. There's a few different ways. We can go content aware, and then we could go lighten. That's one method. And we could shrink that brush size down a little. And we could try to lighten the hairs, right? Now, this is a tip that I saw, and it works, but I'll show you how it works. Literally, that's it. I'm going to edit undo. I'm going to go normal replacement. I'm going to give myself just a little bit more room here. And we'll just see how it's going. Pretty good. We just want to make sure we're not leaving pressure marks behind. If so, I got ways to cover that up. So that's like the first fly hair. Okay, it did pretty good. Probably just get her going right around here. All right, that's okay. The next way to remove fly hairs is the remove tool. We could go wires and cables, and it's just going to do its thing. See if it registers these hairs as wire. Oh, no, it didn't. Sometimes it does. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just select this like this, and we're just going to go over these long ones and just kind of have fun. Don't want to get too close, but we do want to get those out there. All right, let's see what that does. Sometimes it might leave pressure marks, so. Okay. All right, so far so good. And we're going to want to clean all that up. The other way is to stamp the backgrounds back in. Now, healing brush tool, sampled, all right, normal, 11, okay. Oh, okay. Sample brush tool, we want to blend around the area. So on the Windows, you'll have to Alt and left click, and then hold, and it's sampling. Do you see that other cursor there? It's sampling that area. So I want to stay within the same color pattern here, and then be mindful, of course, of. So I normally like to go above it to kind of keep the same color pattern. See that? Effortless. There's one nice way of. Now I'm leaving pressure marks, so I'm going to edit undo. Okay, it's pretty good. Alt left click again. Oh, as you can see, I make a little mistake. Okay, hit undo. This one can be a little bit more pickier because, as you can see, it's leaving pressure marks. But that's another great way. We could try the lighten. You know, I've seen this method before. It doesn't really trip my trigger. Patch tool, then you got to draw around it. That kind of sucks. Content aware move tool. All right, so we can go back to the remove tool and one-click removal. Generative AI can be on, or we could may use it. Let's try just generative AI once, and let's just do a whole bunch. and see if AI understands. We are trying to get rid of fly hairs here. And see how far we can go with this one. This might look silly. Normally you don't want to cover too much area. Let's see if AI's gotten better. I'll take it. I'll take it. The other way is also to like cut her out and to like erase and then put her back on as a copy over the photo. But then you got a problem because in the background, the fly hairs are still there. So it's like, this one's just glistening. Look at that. Some of this stuff is like, some of these hairs are excusable, but then the others are just like way too much. That one's a little much. This stuff's a little much. And I get it, like the sun's behind her, so it's like giving her really good hair light. Okay, let's get this here. Let's see if we can get all this, actually. Come on, AI. That's decent. All right. Sometimes the smaller the move, and I could be changing my brush size on this, but all right, so far so good. So far so good. Okay. Maybe just work on this a little bit of that. All right, we could also try switching back to the spot healing brush tool. Oh, that's a little much. As you can see, you just got to watch out for pressure marks. You can go back over with that AI brush afterwards and just kind of see like if it's like it's getting really smart. So we can see if, ooh, kinda. Yeah, maybe. Okay. That'll work. We're going to go over some big moves, some big, bold moves here. As you can see, there's still some patterns here. Like all that. And then we're going to have to fix that back up here. Let's go a little higher. Okay, return to a little bit more natural looking. Let's see if we can blend that background back. Still see it. I'm not dealing with that one. No. We're going to make it smaller here. Let's try. Just toggle back and forth with your brushes here till you get something you like. I picked one that it isn't that fair. Oh, left click. Oh, all right. It's not. Back to. There we go. Look at that. I'm happy with that. Not happy with that. All right. We're getting. Nope. Not getting anywhere with that. Sometimes turning the brush size down a bunch can really help. Watch. That should work. And I'll worry about the pressure marks after. It's like a rat's nest. There we go. A little better. Just dig into it a little more. Okay. I'm happy with that. I am not. Okay. Some of this stuff we can get away with. This stuff, because by the time we zoom out, guys, like, you already are having a hard time seeing that. Now, I will clean that background. Like, all that's cool. Like, maybe I'll get rid of this. And this is just goes with the flow with the beauty. So I do want to leave some fly hairs for that effect. Maybe this one I'll get rid of, and this one. That's about it. So we'll start here. And we'll knock that guy out right there. Nice. I got a really good eye for this. All right. We can blend that down a little bit by going to the healing brush tool, and I'll make it just a little bit bigger. And let's see. Hardness is 0. Okay. Make sure your hardness is at 0. Perfect. Not perfect. And all these little ones that are like, what's going on? I want to lighten it, but now I'm going to switch back to normal here. Okay. That's working a lot. Okay. Anything else is maybe like real too picky, but I'm okay with that. Now this guy right here is going to be picky, so Alt left click. See how I'm just kind of following that? incorporate this one too. Look at that. Oof. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to try to use this remove tool with this AI brush. When we get backgrounds that start to like work with this kind of messed up, we'll go like this. And we'll go all the way up and out of here. See if it'll blend it down. A lot better. Okay. All right. As you can notice, we got that nice bokeh back, and it's a lot nicer. And now we're just going to knock off a couple of these pieces. I might get this one with a really small, these two guys right here with a really small brush. Okay, a lot better. Literally a lot nicer. Okay with that. Use the AI to kind of touch it back up again. All right, so now we got the fly hairs to where I'm pretty confident. I just want to check the blending and pressure marks around the top of the head again. And I'm pretty happy with that, actually. We're going to try this because I can see that pressure mark right there. That hair, that other hair right there. And there's a hair way out here. And right here. Oh. No pressure marks, no pressure marks, no pressure marks. Yes, that is amazing. Okay, so if there are some pressure marks, you can still come back here and you can grab heavy because I can kind of still see that. And with me, I'm a little picky. So we'll try to blend that down, right? Oh, it got worse. Oh, it got worse. I'm going to step back too, and I'm going to go to healing brush tool, and we're just going to go up here. Okay. Look at that. I'm on board with that. Yep. So I have to alt left click with this brush. That's what I don't. So follow that naturally. And just remember where you're sampling from, so you're not leaving like duplicates in there. And that looks like it's just following this right there. That is really nice, actually. Okay, this looks good. That looks good. I'm happy, happy, happy. And now we're gonna go along the top. Ooh, that turned out. Oh, nope, got too close. Flew too close to the sun. I'm gonna make this smaller here. And we wanna kind of come up here. And just, oh. Get rid of those pressure marks. Oh, I'm really getting lucky. You know, now if it was like this every time that I edit it, that'd be amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm with it. Look at that. A little bit of, oh, nope. Flew too close to the sun. When that's happening, Photoshop's just having a hard time processing. So if you make the brush size smaller, you can get closer to the scalp or the hair, and it won't distort. It won't have that color distortion. Does it always work like that? No. Do I wish it did? Yes. Look at that. Just so natural. You know, there's a little bit. No, actually. Nope, because, yeah, that all makes sense. All right, now we're just cleaning up any pressure marks. I'm like super inspecting it. Although this is training, now we can get into the face. So let's zoom out and see what we got. Wow. Holy crap. All right, this is what image? Image 260. So watch this. I'm going to go back in here and find image 260 just so I can show you guys like a side by side. So look at that. Look at that. That is great. I am impressed. That was some work. All right, so we'll continue working on this top one. Now we're going to get into the face, and we're going to do all the moles first. So moles, once again, like spot healing brush tool is pretty good. Watch your pressure marks on this. I have it set to 0 hardness, and the key there is right here, 0 hardness, and hardness 0, and normal. Now you could try doing the lighten on the moles. I'd love for this to work while I'm training you. One dab. All right, but when it comes to pressure marks in the skin, we want to make sure sometimes the spot healing brush tool is not the tool to use, because although it lightens the areas up and it works pretty good, it doesn't follow consistency of the skin texture. And it takes away skin texture a little too much, right? Now, what can we do to fight? Okay, so the healing brush tool, we are taking skin texture from one area and putting it on the other. What we want to do is we want to find the clean areas. So once again, we'll start top down, and it looks like we got this hair. Now, we're not going to get all of them. We could, but for training purposes, we're just going to get the ones that matter to bring this to a complete beauty edit here. All right, so I'm alt left clicking, and I'm continuously switching up my sampling area, and I'm staying like right above it because I really want that consistency. But with this, just make sure that you're not leaving too many duplicates of areas. Like, see that? You know, there'll be like, if you go over a pimple, it will obviously copy it. It's a little bit of tediousness, but like it is so worth it to get your edits just lush, your skin on point, your texture there. Um, and now, you know, I'm gonna edit this how I would normally do a beauty edit. And, you know, the video might go long, but like this will be good because instead of doing the other photos that are literally just like this, but she's just maybe like her eyes are looking up or out, we can just do one in this set with her. All right, now same thing with the eyes right here. Okay, I'm gonna alt left click in there really close, and if I wanted to make it just really get in there, I would really zoom in more. And I'm still on this healing brush tool, and I'm alt left clicking. Now, as you notice, my cursor is still too big. I want to take that down about half, so I'm gonna use 3. Then I'm gonna alt left click a source really close. And I'm going to get in that eye and clean up that eye as well. This is like the best way to clean your areas up. You can try the spot healing brush tool, but once again, I'm just very concerned on how it doesn't get close enough. And now I can take a wider sample, like down here, and just like get this area. Oh. So yeah, the hotkey was edit and undo, or edit up here and undo the move. And then it'll tell you your hotkey right there on your keyboards. This is so worth the trouble. So once again, guys, download this so you can work side by side. And I want to see your edits. Like, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me, because I'll see them here on Udemy and I'll answer you guys. Check it daily. Sometimes I'll check it twice a day, once in the beginning, once in the evening. All right, so this is a lot of extra pettiness on the eye, but like it's beautiful now. I mean, it already was, but let's jump a couple steps back here. Sometimes working with it in a circle like that works really well. If I wanted to, I could try to lighten that area. This might be where this comes in. Look at that. There we go. Just trying to, there we go. There, now it blended. It started leaving like pressure marks. I wasn't with all that. Look at that, there we go. So that's another way. Okay, so finally the lighten worked really good when it mattered. So that eye is good. We could try the lighten over here. It's all right. Not my preferred brush here. We're still on the healing brush tool. And lighten. We're going to switch back, but now we'll just switch back to spot healing brush tool. And we're going to go in there. She looks like she's got some makeup in her eye. But this is the way to get eyes just absolutely beautiful. And there's a few other techniques that you guys should see. They're so basic, but they're just so like slept on. Because the eyes are like a whole, that's the whole thing. Right? So something like a hairline, this is good because it's just going to get rid of it. As you can see, we got that hair kind of like tracing through. We got that makeup kind of hanging out. Chunks of makeup in there. We're just going to smooth all that. We're going to get in there. Really good. Okay, good. All right. Happy with that. Of course, I can continue these little marks. But I do want to switch back to, now we're back to healing brush and we're on normal. But just remember with this, healing brush. Oh no, we were on spot. Okay. We just want to watch for pressure marks, dark areas. Okay. You can still see this hair kind of coming through here. Just scuzzing up our shot. Still kind of see, like, there we go. That's gone, that's gone, that's gone. We're gonna just really make this disappear. All right. All right. Still on the healing brush tool. And we're dialing in the eyebrows. Here. And guys, believe me, it's really hard, like, when you start, like, getting this close, to have, like, perfect eyebrows, or, you know, like, 90% of people, are gonna have a lot of work to do. And, you know, just eliminating, like, subtle moles, beauty imperfections, and stuff like that, is really flattering. And it's a really great way to just, you know, people love photos of themselves. And this is just a great way to get some really good beauty edits. We're not changing the shape of, like, the faces or anything. We're not like Portrait Pro will, like, you got to watch it because it'll sculpt the face, and sculpting the face can get really ridiculous really quick. All right, smooth out. It's really nice. So we're just kind of cleaning the area up here. And this is really good to get rid of crow's feet too. She's like 21 now, so shouldn't be, right? So you gotta just watch for any of those marks that get duplicated there. Okay. And now we can hit in this eye. We can try the lighten this brush. Get to that. The lighten's doing me good in the eye. Here we go. So we're just getting chunks of makeup off and whatnot. We can go back to spot healing brush tool, but healing brush tool would be like pulling, and remove brush tool is going to be more like your AI now. We can zoom back out. There's like everything you touch, it's going to want to load like that. All right. This is going to be more at an appropriate spot here. Kind of get the bigger stuff. All right, so. Well, let's see how we get done up on this one right here. I knew this was going to be challenging when I selected this photo. It's another part of the reason, that and all the freaking fly hairs. Fingers crossed. We got some. Oh, that worked nice. Now we need the healing brush tool to cover up those pressure marks. Because guys, if it's one thing I want to teach you, it's to use that eye to see those pressure marks. I've watched so many tutorials when I first started learning, and there was people that I looked up to wouldn't talk about stuff like that, or they just weren't knowledgeable. So, and while some of you are like, you know, you've been doing this a while, and you're just looking for more like, you know, high-end tips, which I don't blame you. You know, you might have the eye for that. This shrunk down. And now I'm just sampling from areas that I'm cleaning up. All right, now we're going back to normal. It's just really, you know, how you feel in the moment, how everything's kind of like composing together. Okay. And then I'll go back in there to select skin from a different part to kind of clean it up. All right, we're going to try this remove tool. Let's see how it goes. Boy. Nope. I'm going to put it back in there, but I'm going to go spot healing brush tool and just hit these dark blackheads here. And we'll zoom up on that, and we'll just get a couple of them, because then we'll really be able to knock them out. So those are, I think those are just like blackheads, or it's like makeup, oil. And if they're blackheads, that's just pockets of oil in her skin. I mean, she looks this good. I wonder what I look like. It's probably awful. This is all fine. That's very natural looking. I mean, get some of those out of there. Ain't gotta get them all, but let's see how I would do it. This is how just the ones that kind of hit high. Yeah. It's okay. Very normal. Very natural. That is not okay. Right. Let's widen that up a little bit. All right, we're going to switch back to the healing brush tool because I just want some better results here. Uh-oh. It's pretty normal. All right. No. All right, I'll make that brush size smaller. You guys are gonna love it when I get to the backgrounds, because I got some really creative ways to doing backgrounds. All right. I'm very happy with this. And we're just gonna keep knocking out blackheads or makeup spots, whatever they are, right? And you'll see when I zoom back out how just beautiful that skin just came to. Ooh, that blended really nice. Impressed with that. Oh, nice. You guys are gonna see the subtle difference that all this makes. Following those shadows, those lines, illuminating some of this darkened spots. And as you can see, I am alt-left clicking a lot to select the source. Like that's selecting the source. Then I gotta left click it and then pull over from it. So now I'm just gonna once again just kind of get rid of like the more noticeable blackheads, but I'm gonna try to stay in the same area of the curvature of the nose, because that's when it can get a little wonky, is like when you send the light that cascades from a different area. If you're too sloppy, you'll kind of mess up the shape of the nose with the reflection of the light against it. So I'm still sampling, like, as you can see the light coming this way, I'm going to stay within working in that. There's a dark space here, so I would pull from that dark space and be mindful of like where you're pulling from too. So you keep those shadows and that light highlights consistent when you're using this healing brush tool. Now that's a pretty advanced, and then around this nose curvature, there's only so much you can do before you start, like, you don't want to work on this too much to where you get rid of that line of her nose, that natural line there. I mean, as I just said that, I'd have to zoom in to get. Okay. I'm okay with that. If you guys don't like the hard lines, I think that's very natural. When I zoom out, it's going to look very beautiful. I'm going to leave that. And let's see. Might just capture. Get rid of one or two more. Now, all this is like, by the time I zoom up, this is. So now we're just looking for the bigger spots. Right. And as you can see, I go back over because what I don't want to do is I don't want to leave the same, like, I don't want to pull like zits or the same texture that has too many noticeable marks and like stamp it in an area twice. So I kind of go back and sample over other areas that, so like right there, like she's got that little bit, I think that might be a scar even. It is really hard to tell. It's probably old scar. Okay, that looks nice. And now we're just going to sample a couple other areas here. Give it some different look. All right. What do we got going on here? What is that? It's a hair. We want to remove entirely. We want to stay within that lighting, as you can tell, so we don't like put a stripe of light through it or make it look different. That was a really great example as well. And then we are almost to the next step, guys. All right, moving right along. Still using that healing brush tool. One down. Now, I'm not going through every photo and taking this much time to edit. Now, mind you, this does take a while to do correctly, but once you get the base done, like, you're going to make a photo that you're going to be proud of. Like, it might be their best photo they ever have of themselves. So it's very worth it to take the time and to care. But would I edit every photo like this? No, I would maybe have like 3 to 5 that are just like really amazing portrait compositions, especially because like it's so worth it. The end result, you can add it to your portfolio. Like, this photo might get me 10 more clients. Okay. So that's what we shoot for. Or might get me like 6 more models that just want to work with me because they're like, oh my gosh, I saw that beauty edit, Completely. Look at that. Never even knew it was there. Huh. I'm just so impressed. We are gonna go. That's too big. All right. We're gonna try right first. Actually, we're going to try AI and just see how this does. Remove tool. Let's see how it goes. Come on, come on, come on, come on. See, it's a mole. See, it's a mole. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Impressive. I need to hit it again. And then maybe one more time over here. Oh, and it got the light composition. Perfect. No. And just like that, we're back to the healing brush, folks. This is so awesome just to like take my time with you guys. And if you guys have any questions or like want to show me your results, even if they're the work files from the project, like I'd be so proud to check it out. I mean, not exact, but like put your own edits on there and let me see. Oh, nice. Well, get the, just rocking it. Okay. Now all the other stuff's kind of like petty. You don't have to get into it like that, but I mean, if it's just, let's see. Can I notice any of that? See like some discoloration. She's probably got another really big mole right there. Okay, we're gonna use this AI remove tool to fingers crossed. And then we're gonna zoom out right after this, and we'll show you this compared. Oh wow, okay, nice. All right, let's go. And then I'm gonna show you guys the other one right now. I'm so excited. Ah, look at that. I'm not even done. I'm not even, look how beautiful. Like I followed all the light patterns of her face. There's maybe one little area that my eye can see, and it's right here. That actually, let's see what the other photo looks like. Because I can tell she's got the makeup on, and it's equal to the other side as well. All right, so, oh yeah, that's normal. Here's our edit. Oh, I absolutely love this. And see the big hair across her face, the moles, the hair across her eye up here. We took out that, all the moles there, the discoloration there, mole. You know, nobody, believe me, nobody's perfect. I'd hate to be doing myself, but I'm just saying, the beauty edits, it pays to get a centerpiece, something that somebody could take to print. Let's say get a big old canvas done, and let's say they get it framed and matted and in their home, and you know, you're the reason. And it's just such like a great portfolio. I will take this a few steps further, and you can go get like a snow overlay. I'll show you guys how to do that towards the end, but now let's wrap this up and let's kind of wrap up. Yeah, it's probably not going to be as fast as I think. I could get this one. I could, but it's not. It doesn't take away from anything when I zoom out. That's like, that's natural. You barely see it. I wouldn't take it out of my beauty edit. Not that one. It's natural. All right. So the next one, what we want to do is we want to create a layer right here. Okay. All right. So delete layer. Let's see if we can get it to work. All right. Actually, I take that back. I have a better way we're going to do this. All right. We're going to go to the dodge tool. The dodge tool allows us to affect midtone, shadows, and highlights. So right away, we want to make this about the shape of the eye, but we want to zoom in because we want to get this exactly in the eye with the dodge tool. And we want this to be like a little smaller yet. That's perfect. And so right now we're just at 14%. Now remember, when you double back over something, you are effectively, so it's at 14%. It would be 28 if you double back, and then it would be another time, and it just stacks and it multiplies. So just understand that when you're doing these. Okay. I might have messed that up a little bit. And this eye just got doubled, so we got to come back over here and get this eye. All right. But now, to be fair, we turn that off. Like, see the huge difference? It's just subtle. It's just, right? So that dodge tool in the eyes is one secret. Look at that. That's so perfectly in there too. I'm afraid to like go up anymore. I could go a little bit more. But it's going to be a little bit with that dodge tool. All right, so if we already did 14, let's add 6 more percent. Let's give it an even 20. But let's make this just a tad bit bigger so I can just kind of go over the eye once. And just remember, if you're hitting this red part of that eyelid, it'll overexpose and it'll get bright, or it'll get kind of like too red. So let's try 20. Oh, crap. You want to try to do this in one move. Stay away from the red spots. Oh, there we go. Punch that in one more. So stay away from the skin and... Okay. And that's still very believable. If you get them too white, they look, it's, you know, it's either too clean or it's unrealistic. I love that. All right, next, we're going to go straight to the lips. All right. Now with the lips, we are going to do the dodge tool. And we're going to try to go. Okay, I guess it's going to be. All right, so highlights, if you see that, we're not really going to want to add the highlights there. Like, let me show you what the highlights will look like if we, you know what I mean? And if you hit over in the skin, see how it burns the skin right away? And if I go one way, that's 30, go back, that's 60. So we don't want to. Now, is that true for, let's say if we cut that in half? It's a little bit of brightening. I hate it. It's like literally painting with light. You can see what the midtones look like. Not a fan. Probably, let's see, take the shadows off the lips. Nope. I'm not with it. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to darken them. All right. We are going to leave them suckers alone because Any touch on that, it was just making it just horrible. It wasn't really working out to our benefit. Okay. So now we got that. Now we need to understand like the way the light's cascading on her is from the back, right? So there's no light in the face. So what we can do is we can come back to this dodge tool, right? And we can make this ridiculous and make sure our hardness is at 0. And let me just show you what it looks like if I were to like, let's see. So if that's there, let's try 750. All right, almost. We're just trying to get it about the shape of her head. Let's try 600. It'll be right on her face. Okay, exposure's at 15%. Let's just put 37 punched once. Now if I edit undo, and so what I'm thinking I'm trying to go for is in between the eyebrows. I'm thinking I'm trying to dab it right there. Okay, edit undo. It's subtle. The shadows. Okay. Now that's going to remove the shadows, and as you can see, I hate it. If anything, we would add midtones back, but it wouldn't be for this because that's making it lighter, right? And I mean, some people might like that look. I hate it. We are painting with light right now, and that's one. Put the midtones back in there. Put it in her hair. Nope. Put it right in the middle of her face. I don't know. But I'm just kind of showing you what it looks like when you start painting with this. All right, let's try 400 and just whisper on the side of her face. Think about how light contours to her face, right? And maybe you just want to go like hat, but you don't want to make it look like right here. You want to stop like right about there, like right about that cheek. And that actually looks beautiful, but it opens up the side of her face a little much. Okay, let's just try if I just dab once here, dab once here. I hate it. Stripe across the eyes. Let's see, stripe across the eyes at 25 might be a different story though. Ooh. Now, okay, midtones, we're gonna go back to our 700 and just dab once. Right. Well, now, is that the same for highlights? No, because it'll like kind of blow it out. That's like way too much. One dab around her face. That kind of looks cool. Shadows. Nope. All right, now. All right, so that was kind of an idea to show like how we could paint with light around her. But now if we wanted to darken her up, it would be this burn tool right here. This one, burn. Burn is a lot darker. 700. Burn midtones back in, right? That's like, it's like, how does she look so dark like that? She's like in a shadow. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. One burn. I don't like it. You could use it to like darken the rest of the photo up a little bit. Not really with it. Highlights, same thing. It's going to take the highlights off her face. 36% is kind of a lot of exposure to do. 15% is not really that noticeable. Shadows, once again, it's going to put more shadows in there, which actually look really good on. So I put 15% shadows. If I do it again, it's 30. If I do it again, it's 45. And I'm kind of with these shadows. Look at that. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract some of those shadows by going back to dodge. Watch this. So, and I'm going to go highlights though. And I'm just going to go like once. Take a couple shadows off her. Or let's see, I can paint with light down the side of her face too. I really like that look, but it's so fake looking at the same time. Undo dodge tool. Okay. So before I get off on too much of a tangent with this, I just think it's really beautiful. Okay. Now, before we move in there, I am going to select my edit now. And I think what I'm going to go with, what I think is going to look the best, is minimal 15. And I want to catch right here where that light's coming in. So 15 is a little much. All right, let's try 8%. So you got light kind of coming in right there and right there. So it's here and here. And then we got a little bit right here with her nose. So let's try it like this. And the lips, maybe not the lips. Okay, so we go here, here, and here. I take that off the nose and I just go eyebrow and the eye and the eyebrow. Does add 8% more to the eyes, as you can see. Here's the thing, right? We are going to sharpen it. Come on, come on, come on. All right, here's our sharpen tool. We need to get back into these eyes. But now look, very flat, very punched in. That is killer. All right, so I'm glad you guys are enjoying this because, these really make it fun. All right, so now this is 100% sharpening. That's gonna be much. All right, let's just do like 25. Let's see how that's looking. We need it to be just enough to cover the width of the eyebrows. So we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna hit these eyebrows in. Right. And now it's going to make them stand out. Now with the eyelashes, we want to go with the way the hair goes. We don't want to go like this with the sharpening brush. We just want to hit like the way they curve in a little bit. We don't even need to get them all. We just need to like capture right there, right? Eyelashes, eyelashes in. I'm going down, up, right? Or I'm going from the out in. And let's see, we're going to do the same over here. This is just 25%, and we're using the sharpen tool over here. All right. Now, you can choose. I like to always hit like right here. That's going to like show her features. Her nose. The jewelry in the nose. Some of you guys might be like, I hate it. It's just a whole look. Right here, this is going to define right there. It's defining her. Now, if I zoom out and undo those like 4, 5, 6 moves, I might actually take this one. I don't know if I'm with that one. What I can do for that is I can take some of those midtones out. So I go dodge. And then I go midtones. Let's do it let's try 20%. And we just want to lighten up that area of the nose because I think it's a little too much for her nose right there. Normally I like to accent that, but there we go. No. No. Oh, now our nose is gone. Nope. Nope. Actually, I don't want to change it. Because, like, that is the normal curvature of the light. It really is. I have not changed it, as you guys can see. It was just lighter right there. Okay. All right. I'm figuring you out. So it'll still be there with less shadow. Oh, it's literally the same thing. Okay. I see the part that's bothering me. It's inside right there. It's not even the outside of the nose. It's that little dark spot. I know that little dark spot, but that doesn't bother me. It's this little guy right there. I'm with it. That's beautiful. All right. Now we touched here. We went around here. We sharpened up. Eyes. All right. Now, if you wanted to, guys, what's really cool with this is you can hit the dodge for the highlights. You could try the midtones on the chain and see if that really, does anything. Kind of turn it up at first just to kind of see, see what you're doing here. So that'll kind of brighten it. So I'll go 1 on the midtones on the chain. Right. Try to stay away from the hair. 1 on the midtones on the chain. And then the mid down. Cross. Okay. Now, what's cool is to hit that with the highlights. To go over it. 40 might be a little hard. It might burn. Ooh. Oh. Okay, I need to make it smaller. It's got to be within the size of the chain. So let's do 15. Because around 7, it's going to burn that skin and it's going to be noticeable and it's going to leave marks right across it. This way it'll give it like a little shine. Just be careful when you're doing this. So I'm going to go on the outside here. Stay away from the skin. That's cool. Yeah. Now, if you did actually... If you did actually damage anything with the skin, you can go in and manually just look at that. Like right here, I noticed a little bit of whiting, like a little too close. So I'm gonna grab this spot healing brush tool and grab an area of skin and just get kind of close here. And that'll knock that right back out. Yeah, everything else looks perfect. Yeah, that is good. And you can do that. Like, it looks way better on like diamonds and stuff, but I could get in there and hit it too, just to show you guys like how nice that is. Just give it a little bit of a shine. And I know there's an earring in there. So we're gonna go like this. Just enough. If we could do it to this too. That's kind of doing to make her nose ring shine. No, I'm just having fun. I'm not gonna leave it like this, but you could put a little bit of bedazzle in it. Oh, you don't even notice it. Actually, whatever, it looks nice. All right, so I'm on board. I'm not gonna get rid of every mole. As you can see, there's other moles here. But let's go ahead and look at this now. Here's our original. Here is our edit. I personally love it because we followed the light patterns with the skin, okay? And then we sharpened the eyes. We highlighted the eyes. I don't think they look too fake at all, or fake at all, period. If I zoom up on them, you can still tell. I sampled from the other areas of the eyes. Like, there's still veins in there. There's still, that's very, that's amazing. And of course you could overdo it. That I feel is just like, that is phenomenal. I'm not over it. That is great. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through some simple adjustments because we didn't do anything. Before I do that, I am just going to duplicate the layer. And okay, so we'll call this warm. I'm going to call, let's see, this cold. And then I'm going to make one for creative, right? So I'll have like 3 edits. This one can be, whatever. Okay. All right. Filter, camera. Here we go. We just want to see if do we want to hit auto on that? No, it smokes our whole brush strokes. We're not doing that. Killed everything. But do we want to manipulate the light and everything that we already did? Yeah. Nope, I don't even want to do that. 0. Punching oh. Maybe. Take away highlights. Put on highlights. 0's fine. If I punch the shadows back, she gets more dramatic. If I push forward, we wash her out. White's forward's going to blow out her skin because she's really pale. White's backwards that's kind of nice. I'm not with any of this though. It was so perfect just the way it's shot. Like, that's going to lighten her up, wash her out. That's going to punch her in. Maybe he'll color. Okay. Add a shot. Oh. We could try the auto white balance here. Balance with her eyes. You like that? I don't. Saturation? Oh no. Gets too warm way too quick. This is like almost perfect out of camera. Wow. Dial back to tech. I don't even want to do that. Okay. I found one I agree with. It's too much. A little bit. Should we do the S curve on her? Pull those back in and out like that. down, and up. Okay. Down. Up. Up. Just a little bit right there with that curve. All right, let's try that off. On, off, on. Color mixer. Now here's the part where we can decide what colors we want to manipulate. So if we want to turn the reds red or the oranges pink, right? The oranges can go more red, or as you guys can see. And it's also really good for like getting out color. That gives a straight up green look, and that looks disgusting. This is more of an orange look right here. But if I push it more orange, oh, I gotta be careful. Oh, here it is. It's the yellow. The yellow can go more orange, because right now this is like more yellow. But if I push that, it gets almost orange. It's like, that is really nice. Greens. Not green. Aqua. Blue. Blue can go almost green or darker blue. I like it back in the middle. Purples, barely any. All right, saturation though. Okay, so for reds, we can turn those reds down, or we can turn those reds up. Same thing. Same thing. This yellow is gonna be nice. All right. That really just takes all that yellow out of there. I like that warmth behind it though. Might come back to saturation and turn it out. Luminance of that yellow will be nice. Watch, I could darken it. Could brighten. Just a little bit though. Or 0. 0. All right. Oh. No, we're good. Okay, noise reduction. That softens it, just so you guys know. All right, so if I jump up way too far, as you can see now, it just almost doesn't look real. She looks plastic. She'll be accused of being AI, which is fine too. Color noise reduction. Don't need any. This feels like almost perfect. Optics. We don't need any lens blur. All right, what we can check those the level. Oh, we might have no upright level found. Okay, I'm good with this. I'm gonna hit OK. Commit our changes. So subtle, so beautiful. Very last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this sharpening tool and I'm gonna make it really big. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit these corners around like 60. And we're gonna try the hair and see how that looks. We're not gonna hit that part, but like we're gonna hit like her outline pretty much. All right, we could hit this little. Hit this. This outline is what we need. Really make her stand out. We don't want to go touch on her face with this again. You could like hit the outline of her jaw, but don't do it. All right, so now we got that. Outline is good. She looks sharp. This is beautiful. The only other thing I would do would be to go grab like a snow overlay. That's going to be over. Just go find yourself a snow overlay. I'm just going to grab one quick. Okay. We need something to look real, and it's got to be in photos. Okay. Maybe it's got to be in graphic templates. Okay, found one. You guys can go to like Canva and type in snow overlay, or pay for it like on Envato Elements. Extract all. I'll just put these in my downloads for now. All right, so then I'll have two. Once I get the snow mastered on this photo, this will be just so amazing. All right, because then I'll have a warm version with snow, a warm version without snow, cold version, snow without snow, creative version, snow without snow. Literally like 6 photos. And then if I want to do black and white with snow, without snow, right? Here we go. Okay. All right. So it was blending options and screen. Okay. And I'm going to hit okay. All right. So then I will stretch this over the photo, or I would duplicate it, however, right? Like that. Okay. That's beautiful. However, we do want to clean up. We don't want all the snow. And if we wanted it to blend more, what we would do is I would just blur this a little bit more. Could blur the whole image, or let's see, I could just grab like the wand and blur it more, but this looks legit. I would grab the eraser is what it would actually do. Eraser tool. Hardness 0. And I would just like find spots like around her face, right? Like that I want to clean up. I don't want snow coming onto her face. Can leave some snow like in here. I don't want these big white things to be taken away from the image too much. All right. And we don't want it to look like she has dandruff. So we are just gonna as you can see, that looks so good. That's really good. And now I can get granular on this. And once I got the snow placed, this is going to allow me for like 2 different edits on everything. So I'm pretty excited about this. As you can tell, so excited. All right, we're gonna go back here. We're gonna make this brush smaller, guys. Yeah, there we go. And we're just gonna knock out. Like we'll let the little mini pieces be, but like the bright white ones in there. Yeah, that's fine. Look at that. I am pumped about this. This is a little too distracting, this piece right here. A little too distracting, right? Okay. All right. That's a little too distracting. Okay. With it. Okay. Wow. I mean, either way, my goodness. All right. So now when it comes to export, this is done. You could slap your logo on. If you did, it'd be File, Place Embedded. Turn the opacity down on the logo itself if you wanted to leave it branded. This thing is absolutely perfect, though. File, Place Embedded. And let's see if I can find my logo. All right. So the very last thing we want to take care of is, as you can see, I have a logo up here. And I use black or white logos myself. I do not have a colored logo for my creative agency. But the point is, all I did was I went up to File, Place Embedded, selected my logo wherever it was on my hard drive. Now I don't like this color on here, because I could try to turn the opacity down and it's black, but that's fine. But let's find out, like on a logo, on a photo like this, I'm going to go closer probably to her, just in case if she ever like crops it, then it's going to kind of like, I just want my logo in there, right? So if I did this black, it would be like, it would be faint, right? Now I'm going to duplicate this. And I'm going to turn it off just in case if I want a different variation. But for spec, let me show you here. All right, so if I just want it white, I could turn it white. But then I might be losing some of the options here. So what we're going to do is we'll make this thing. We'll make this big again, and then we'll go blending options just so we can see what we're affecting. We're going to go to color overlay, and we're going to make it white. But as you can see, I lose my beveled edges there. I lose that nice little light on that logo. So I'm just going to come back here, and I'm going to hit bevel and emboss. And, I could play with the way the color's hitting. On that, I could open the bevel and emboss. Because that is inner bevel, and I could just decide like whereabouts I wanted that. If I want a little bit like that. But then like that's a little like too harsh still. As you can tell, it looks like a little too chiseled. I'd want to like soften that just a little bit, and then just compare it. Maybe like that. I'm okay with that. That looks fine. Compare that to how this one looks, right? And it's good enough because I got the beveled edges and the lights back in there. All right, so now I can have my logo, and it can be like right here, and then I can turn it down, right? It's like your ghost. For me, that's literally how I like to do it. And if for some reason I didn't like that one and I wanted it to be like a little bit of a presence there, I could use something like this, and I could turn it down. I could turn it up a little bit. but I think that's like a little, I don't like it like that. On this one, I would go white and very faint. Look at that. I put it at like 48%. So guys, I do practice what I preach. But now let's get these other variations. Let's get with snow, without snow, warm, cold, creative, and maybe black and white. Because look at that. All right, so we're going to go File and Export. And I mean, you just figure out if they're sending this to print, because if they're going to print, it's going to just be a little bit different. This is a really good size right here. That'd be really good. But I'm going to turn that size down. This will be fine. 75% PNG. And I can call this Brook 1 Warm. And I will just send this to my professional photos only. You guys probably want to look in here, don't you? I'll create a new folder for completed. And I'll go new and folder. We'll go Brook Winter. All right. And we'll save to Brook Winter, because it's winter. That's not her last name, but all right. Now we got warm winter snow, and we'll go export, and it'll still pop up the same. If not, I'll switch it to 75% in PNG, because if I send it, they save it, but you know, whatever. My logo's still in there, but you can barely see it this time, which I'm fine with that. All right. And I'll just put the word snow in there. Save. Turn that off. All right. Now this is the cold version. So mind you, all I'm going to do is open the gallery, and I am going to see what auto looks like. Man, auto really kills my edit. And then I am just going to go down to color till we find temperature. Oh, a little goes a long way on this. Okay. I like that. I like how that punches it in when I turn those shadows down a little bit. This is really shot like almost perfect. All right. Turn the temperature down. Let's try the vibrance up. That's going to warm it up though, so it's going to be an issue. Really not feeling the vibrance on this. Don't really need to pump saturation either. I could check the white balance here with this. And balance the eyes, or right here. Oof. 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 That's like the first one. Oh, yo. That might be too much. That's way too much blue. It's way too much blue. Don't want her skin going blue. It's already cold enough. Luminance on the blues. We could try pumping up aquas. Let's see. Turning down the blues a little bit. Oh, look at that. Pump up the blues. Ooh, Ice Queen. I like going negative a little bit on those blues. Ooh, it's way too much. Just a little bit negative on that. Pump up the oranges? No. Nope. Not touching them. Brighten the red. Oh, look at that. Okay. Saturation with the blues. Let's see. Let's see the hue of this blue. Oh, we can almost go purple. Nope. It's got to be 0. Saturation on the blues. Ooh. Like, you can tell her skin's turning blue, and so is all her stuff. Just a little bit, not much. Still a little bit of blue, which is fine. Color noise reduction. Just a little bit. Besides that, I'm okay with this. I like that. But what I could do is I could hit these filters as well. And see if it's going to kill my edit. Oh, it's subtle blur background. Anything that's really nice. I'm digging it. There it is. I found one we can commit it to. Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm with it all the way. It's phenomenal. Except this logo? Nah. Now I do kind of have to switch it. Okay. I can make it less faint. I love it. That's what it is. This is the cold one. And then cold with and without snow. And then we'll show you all the edits once it's like all completed, all of them. And we're not even far off. I just have 2 more. And they're not even a lot of changes at this point. All right, so if I did this one, this is Brook 1 cold. Okay. All right, now, oh man. Man. What? The snow. Wow. Yeah, I'm just like impressing myself. You guys seen how long these took? Like, these are no joke. These are phenomenal. Okay, export. And now this is... These are great to add to the portfolio. Wow. I'm totally impressed with these. Okay, so now the creative one. Well, this is like too much like the normal one. So the creative edit. Okay. Where we start with the creative one, it's still in camera raw filter, except we just start with the way it is, and we'll go. Let's just keep that off. And then let's just start with the filters. That's not creative at all. Those suck. All right. Spring. You never know. You never know, right? I mean, spring is warm. Yo, SPO5. Because maybe autumn one, because autumn really enriches the... Okay, so spring 5 looks phenomenal on her. Keep that in mind. Autumn, because it's going to probably... Autumn's probably going to punch a lot of oranges and reds out. Spring 5 so far, guys. Those aren't cinematic at all. Those are suckomatic. Ooh, this is okay. Spring 5. For some reason, it's just got my eye. Oh. I like the way the light comes in on this one. FT12 Futuristic versus Spring 5. Spring 5. FT12. FT12. I do want to check this creative down here. But FT12 now is the new one. Let's see what these vintage are looking like. Nah. Food. She's a snack. No. Sorry. Guess not. Lifestyle. I mean, there's only so much you can do with manipulating the color here. Travel. Yeah, you really don't know till you try, right? Oh, who makes these up? Urban architecture. Oh yeah, your art. FT12 is gonna, I think, be my winner, guys. Here's the creative last look on the creative ones. Oh man. That's like almost mute of color though. No. Okay, VCR4 versus FT12. FT12, man. See why it's so worth it to go and look through. VCR11's pretty good too, but it's like the warm one. All right, this one is not like any of them that we have. I mean, it's a little cold, but it's really like this warm light leak coming through here. I'm really with this one right here. And so if that's on, I can come still back up here and I can go, yeah, wow, it's like perfect. I don't think I really don't want to mess with it. I do not want to mess with it. Oh, dehaze maybe? A little bit. Okay. Okay, so let's just make sure that just this layer and then the creative one is on. Okay. That's phenomenal. We're going to turn off the snow. Wow. Really impressed with this, guys. All right, so let's export it. All right. Okay. We'll call this one creative. Wow, imagine that. We're so creative. And creative with snow. Let's go. And then let's look at them all. All right. That's phenomenal. These are just really just some like crazy edits. I do want to show you guys one last look with what some vignetting might look like on some of these ones with snow, because I know they're gonna punch them in so hard. Creative, snow creative. All right, and save. Now we got that, right? But we're gonna go back up to camera raw filter, and we're just gonna punch in under effects. No. Like, yes. All the way yes on this one. Huh. Phenomenal. And then this will be like a vignette version. I'll just put Vig for short. And I'm not going to go through and do them all like this, but I am going to grab a couple while I'm at it. I might grab, because this one runs kind of cold, so I'll do the warm one with a vignette on there as well. Just because, like, I mean, you're already this far in it, you know, you might as well go the extra mile for your clients, or your edits. Okay, so this is okay. Snow creative vignette. That's some really nice snow overlay too. All right, and the last one I'll grab is a warm vignette. And I'm going to come here, same thing, camera filter, and then effects, and vignette. I don't want to go light. I can't do the light. It looks so dumb. Right there's pretty good. Huh. Phenomenal. 2 exports, this with snow and without snow, and then we're going to look at them all. Pretty impressed. And we'll look at the original. I'll copy the original and put that in the file too. All right, so this is warm. So this would be warm with snow. Warm snow, add the word vignette. Vig. Save. And then without. Okay. This is warm vignette and no snow. So it's just going to say that. And then this is photo DSC 260. So I'll make sure you guys have it. But I'm going to go hunt that photo down. And we are going to compare every single one of these right now. Just real quick. Because if you guys followed along, your portfolio right now and your edits are going to be looking absolutely just next level, top of the game, impressive, like centerpieces, masterpieces, showstoppers, you name it. Definitely sellable, especially if you're creating art prints with this type of work and selling them on Etsy or whatever you're doing. Just phenomenal work here. All right, so 260 is the one I got to copy. This is 260. Yep, this is 260. And let's look at the properties and just see what it says for camera. 131. Okay, pixels, 24D, Sony. Yep, with the 135. Yep, it's on there. See, guys? All right, so this is the Sony A7 III, f-stop 4, 102 feet. Wow. 135 millimeter. No flash. Focal length. This is great. All right. We're going to copy this and make sure that it's put in this file for you guys. And that is saved to the G drive. On this, they'll just tell me where I'm exporting. DASD photos completed. Okay. Okay, and I named this one Brook Winter. Completed. Brook Winter. And paste. Original. Okay. Now, guys, we can look in the folder. This is going to be great. Okay, here we go. Okay. View extra large icons. Okay, so our original was it's just like so good out of camera, and then that's phenomenal. All right. And I mean, we'll compare this real quick, guys, but I am going to make a black and white one. So if you guys want to stay to the end, this is vignette without vignette. I don't know which one's my favorite. I think it's probably going to be it's between this cold one, but like when you look at them, they hit different, you know. Snow One Creative is just, it looks so well balanced. This one, this is great. This is like out of a movie. They're just all so good, guys. Let me know, like, send me a comment, like, which one's your favorite. These are hard to pick. Wow. All right, now, congratulations, but I'm going to make a black and white, so feel free to stay here or not. And the only thing I'm going to do is open up Camera Raw filter again. And all my edits should be saved still. So I can just go to the video. Oh, no, it didn't, which is fine. Because now I can just then hit effects and I can go backwards with it. All right, there we go. I'm okay with that. Now we're going to hit black and white with this. I like my version better. And let's see. Punch it in a little more. That's nice and punchy. All right. I'm with it. I love it. Oh, no. Black and white mixer. Oh, that's actually really nice. I wasn't far off. I wasn't far off. Black and white right there. Wonder if there's like... Oh, then it just puts color right back in it. There's a black and white portrait though. Ooh. Ooh. Just so you guys know all these black and white options here. Oh, that's just, some of that stuff's blowing those colors out. Okay, yo, PB11's pretty nice. But it really loses like the edginess. PB2, that's so beautiful. No. So here's mine. Look at that. Close again. And I don't think I really want to touch on this. Oh, yes, I do. Look at that. Oh, that's it. That's it right there. Commit that change. And maybe a little bit of noise reduction. As you can see, that got kind of gummed up over there. I could go paint that out, in which I could actually... Here's a really great trick. Because we got that going on, I could hit this blur tool right here. Try it for, oh, I don't know. Right, 183. All right, we'll try 130. We'll put that at like 27%. See if I can just like smooth that down a little bit. Keep that from gumming up so much. All right, let's turn that up. So it is softening it. Not sure if I'm really enjoying that too much. There we go. The healing brush tool. Saving the day again. Or is it? Or is it messing it up? Ugh. I let go too soon. Hey, there we go. And we're just going to hit this part. So we're going to hit that part, this part, and this part. Export it as is. And then there is, seriously, if you want to see this other creative black and white and color background, I'm going to show you how to do that next. So feel free to stay or go on to the next lesson. But you guys are learning some really advanced stuff right now. And I'm absolutely loving this. And I'm blurring that back. Wow. And maybe this guy right here just a little bit. Because just anything that's just kind of rough. Oh, wow. I am thoroughly impressed. And right there. It looks a little rough. I want it to be like it's close to not perfect, but just beautiful. That's amazing. Okay, so we got with and with the, oh my good Lord. That is just the composition, the beauty of this thing. I'm so glad this tutorial is like complete in depth, showing you all the options. Wow. Okay, so I'm glad I took the extra minute because now I also forever have this as my portfolio. So I'm actually really proud of this. That's when you know the work is just top notch. All right, so BW, right? Black, white. All right. Okay. And BW Snow. I'm not going to vignette that at all because the composition's just perfect. I think the vignette in this instance would take away from it. That looks phenomenal. All right. So the very last thing is now it's beautiful. It's black and white, right? We got to decide what we want to do with this one. Okay. And we're just going to name this one BW for black white. Now we change that name up. Okay. So normally with this, what we would do is there's two things here. I'm just going to duplicate this just so you guys understand. I'm going to turn one off. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to cut out one that I enjoy the most. So we could do that one or the creative. The creative's got to get cut out. Select. And we're going to go select subject. Okay, but I have to make sure my layer is selected to do that. Select subject. And with this one, okay. All right, we're going to knock back some of this line here. We're going to hit minus and 3, and we're just going to get up in the hair and get that out of there. Okay. This is okay. Perfect. The line's really good. It's set. All right. So next we're going to go select and mask. All right. I'm cool with that. You can hit decontaminate colors. Normally helps you. And put it on a new layer and hit OK. Right. So now we want to turn on our black white copy. I feel like we might even be ruining this. Oh, look at that. Now, does that look like our creative one at all? I don't think so. So there's the black and white with and without. Right? Okay, same stuff. Okay. Select and mask, new layer. All right. Turn the black white copy on. All right. Not as cool as this. That's pretty crazy. This is like black, white, and creative all at once. Like, do you guys see how I'm achieving this? Okay. So, last one. This is like the ultimate with the background cutouts and And all right, so we'll just call this the we'll call it what it is. It's the Rook Creative cut out on black white background. Snow. Just so I know in the future, like how I achieved like that high level of edit is like I took the composition I liked off the other one and I placed it on the other background and the black and white background, which actually, as you can tell, like had a complete different composure, like composition than the creative. And so in turn, like look at the result we got. Phenomenal compared to the original. Way, just love it. And we're going to turn that off. And that I'm going to make this last export. And I'm just going to look at all of them one more time and just call it good. And this one is more of like the super in-depth, granular, like want to show you everything because it was so worth it. It just like, guys, it took me a long time to get like really good at Photoshop and to understand like what all the tools do. And then I forgot some of the tools as I was going, like how to sharpen the corners and just you name it. All right, let's have one last look at our album here. Because at this point, I'm like super proud of all of our work and especially any of you that have been following along this whole time. So, oh, professional photos. Brooke Winter. Brooke Winter. Oh, this is in the wrong file, guys. All right. And this is exciting. This is exciting. All right. Now, if you've went through and you've completed everything, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this up. And this is our comparison. This is our original. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to be checking out all the other ones. All right. Here's our original. This is my favorite one, hands down. And that's what we have. All right, so thank you guys very much for coming through this Photoshop course. And I will be updating this as we go. So